Today is episode 7 of Alien vs. Ladder.
It's time to duel!
What's up guys, welcome back to CardSpot. My name is Ethan and we are back on the ladder, a rating of 139. We finally broke the losing streak last episode. Aliens have been very challenging, man. But I have changed things up quite dramatically for an interesting list, to say the least. So I've gone for a hero beat Gemini alien kind of build. So basically what we'll see is the core alien ammonite times 3 is still there. We still have 3 alien kid, but we've swapped out the other aliens for alien hypno, which is, you will notice, a water as well as a Gemini. So what this means is it has synergy with Gemini Spark and it has synergy with Miracle Fusion. So we're packing in the hero beat stuff. So we have 3 Neos Alias, an Ocean and a Stratos, as well as double Honest to go with our aliases, which are light, as well as Alien Kid, which is light, as well as the big boy himself, Cosmic Fortress Golgar, is also a light. To round out the hero package, we've got the 2 equals, we've got a Future Fusion, because this allows us to immediately dump Alien Hypno, so that we can bring it back with Ammonite. We have the 3 Gemini Sparks, 2 Gold Sarks to get to either Ammonite or any other pieces we need. This is really good to search Future Fusion or Miracle Fusion as well. The 3 Miracle Fusions, 1 Rotor, and 1 Swords. Then I've kind of mashed in some of the continuous stuff. We won't have heaps of continuous spells, but the ability to get to a huge Golgar is pretty nice. So we have 2 Fiendish Chains, as well as a Gravity Bind, 1 Hero Blast, 1 Mirror Force, double Decree, basically because we can turn off our opponent's stuff, and then just bounce it back to hand and turn our stuff back on. That's the idea anyway. 1 Solemn, 1 Starlight Road, 1 Torrential, and 1 Dust Shoot. I'll turn this back to Edison. For the side, we've got 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 DD Warrior Lady, because it's a light and it's searchable with Rhoda. 2 Thunder Kings, also light and perfect for the beatdown kind of stun build that we're playing. Double Messenger in case we play something that Messenger would be really good against, something like Gladiator Beasts, for example. Double Nobleman, double Prohibition, double Smashing Ground, and a Transmigration Prophecy. For the extra deck, the only things that are really going to matter are the Chimera Techs, the Catastas, the Golgars, and the Stardust. So I just put heaps of them in. We can change it if we need to, but this is what we're going to be working with for today. Let's get into some matches. Alright, first matchup here for the day up against Yugioh 07. We are rock, paper, scissoring each other. Okay, we lost to the paper. We should have gone the scissors. So we will be going second. We'll hit him with the U2. So let's see what we can open. We got Honest, Gold Sark, Swords, Ammonite, Alias. Pretty okay hand, to be honest. They lead off with an equal, so it could be some kind of mirror match. Alright, Stratos coming out and searching for something. What will it be searching for? A Malicious Edge. Okay, it could be Frog. Hero Frog. We're going 1 for 1. Pitching the Malicious Edge, perhaps. I'll give them the thumbs up in case they're waiting on us. A bit of lag. They dump Ocean. Okay, so we do still know the Malicious Edge in hand. They're going to sub. Sub is going to get rid of the Stratos and go for Treeborn. Get rid of the Treeborn, go for Treeborn. Get rid of the Treeborn, go for Swap. I would imagine. Yep, there's the Swap. Swap will dump another sub, and then the swap goes for another swap, which will dump the other sub, and then the swap goes for a dupe, and then sub for a dupe. Yep, this is... Ah, they're not subbing for a dupe. They're... Ah, okay, it was in hand. Sure. Sure thing. Dupe lock with a swap and a Malicious Edge in hand. Alright, cool. We will draw for turn. Drawing into Alien Hypno. We'll go standby. We'll go main. This is interesting. I think... Do we just like summon the Alien Hypno? we probably want to fire off the gold sark. Right now, what to gold sark for is the question. I could see we gold sark for... Yeah, we'll gold sark for a Gemini spark here, I think. What do we gold sark for a Miracle Fusion? Miracle Fusion could be pretty good as well. Yeah, I think Miracle Fusion is the more powerful card. And we have Ammonite in hand already. Whoops. That needs to be banished, not in hand. Then we will, I think, just set the Alien Hypno, right? Like, that's fine. And pass the turn. Because they can't get their Treeborn back. They have Swap and Malicious Edge. And 2 unknowns. They play down Future Fusion. That's fine. Yeah, they say 0, so they'll be dumping, I'm guessing, Malicious, and... what frog do they have left? Maybe Unifrog? Oh, they got Prodigy. Okay. Do they have any water targets left? No targets, yeah. Gaia, sure. Needs to be an E-hero for Gaia. Do they have any E-heroes? Are they playing an Alias? Yeah, cool. Alright. Alrighty. So they get their dandy tokens, that's all fine. Swap frog and defense and pass the turn. Cool. We will draw into a dust shoot. Standby will go 1 or 2 on Sark. And then we'll go to the main. Kind of tempted just to set the dust shoot and pass. I don't think there's really any need to do too much else. We could play out the swords, but... Because we could play out the swords, summon the Ammonite. I just don't think we need to do that right now, so we'll just do this. In the standby, we'll go Dust Shoot. We know that they have a Malicious Edge and a Swap. Double Miracle Fusion. Wow. Okay. I think probably the Malicious Edge, right? Because Swap doesn't do anything now if they've got no targets. Yeah, we'll go Malicious Edge. Alright. Cool. So double Miracle Fusion and a Swap. This is interesting. This is interesting indeed. They're just going to pass. Okay. Draw into Ocean. We go to Standby. We get our own Miracle Fusion. I'm kind of tempted to make a Golgar push simply because it'll turn off their Future Fusion. I mean, they've got a stacked graveyard, but we can just play swords out. And depending on what this back row is, it isn't going to do anything. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. We also have the Alias as well, if they try and buff up their Absolute Zero. Well, although, that's not really that ideal either. Do we care about this guy coming down? Do we just summon out the Alias and pass? I'll activate the swords here and pass the turn, because we can always bounce the swords later, and if they want to out the swords, like if this set card is like a Regeki break or something, then that's fine. Gaia's going to trigger, which will make Alias 950 because it is mandatory. But we still have Honest, so it doesn't matter. And now their field is blocked. Yeah, swords coming, MST coming down to take out the swords. That's fine. Do I want to drop the honest here? Yeah, might as well. So they'll take 950 from this. They lose their Gaia. They do lose the Future Fusion, so now we have no continuous things to bounce. But they have double Miracle and Swap, so we know exactly what they have in hand. We just need to try and think of some ways to deal with these Miracle Fusions now. But now that Alias is on field, like, we kind of are okay. I will just reset the stats, because that's only until the end of the turn. We'll go Standby Main. I'm gonna set the Decree. I'm not really feeling the need to do too much else here. Honestly. There's not much point playing out the Ocean yet. We could set the Ocean, I suppose. And pass the turn. Just kind of building up a wall in case Miracle Fusion gets played on this turn. They set one and pass. Huh. Do we Decree here? Nah, I don't think we need to. Ooh, another Gold Sark is nice. Okay, we'll go Standby Main. We're always firing off this Gold Sark. It's just now depends what we want to get. I think maybe we do grab a Gemini Spark here. Seems pretty good. If they double Miracle Fusion us, like, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think we're good to pass the turn here. They Reigeki Break, pitching a swap, targeting this. I'm just going to chain it. See if they want to use this one. But they don't. Okay, cool. Yep, they're going for a Miracle Fusion play. They might double Miracle Fusion, which is fine because then that turns our Miracle Fusion on as well as our Ammonite on. Sure. So this Absolute Zero is 3,500. Yeah. They're going to battle and they're going to take out our Alias. Ah, imagine if we had another Honest. Sure. So that's 1,600 that we take there. And they're going to pass the turn. We will draw. Go Standby. Chuck the 1 of 2 for Sark. And then Main. So we don't need to worry about this back row now. We could actually go for Mistworm here. It's not doing a whole heap, but it does clear both tokens, a dupe in hand, and then we can attack into another dupe. I don't know what that does for us, but it could. If we summon out this Ammonite, I mean, we could make a Absolute Zero of our own and just crash it. No, we can't crash it because of dupe. This is interesting. I think we just pass for now. I think we just still don't really need to do anything. They're just going to start picking off monsters, but like that's fine because we can just bring them back. They weren't expecting to see that, I bet. Draw into Rota. We get Spark to hand. It's unfortunate that they just killed our last Gemini. But we could summon out Alias. We could Rota for Alias instead of Stratos. Yeah. I think we will. The question is, do we use it on our turn? Because there's no point, right? There's no point. We'll just normal summon, set the Gemini Spark, and pass the turn. Because I'm kind of okay with sparking the Absolute Zero. Yeah. Honestly, like, I don't really care about this ocean dying. Draw one. And then ocean dies. Because we still know one Swap Frog, right? Oh no, they pitched the Swap Frog. So we know one Miracle Fusion and that's it. I'm picking this trap, this might be a trap, which they can't activate. They might be trying to determine here if they want to make another Absolute Zero or not. Just going to pass. Emergency Call. Kind of want to hold out for another continuous before I make this Golgar play. So I might just play out the E and go grab Stratos. And then we'll summon out Stratos and declare. And grab the Alias. There it is, which is our last Alias. Because we're also like really deck thinning now. And we'll pass the turn there. If they want a Miracle Fusion into another Absolute Zero to kill the Stratos, then that's fine, honestly. Like, realistically, if we can just... Oh, yeah, sure. Yep, okay. That is fine. Gemini Spark is kind of cool. We'll go main phase. Like, we could do certain things now. If we... I just realized I forgot to put Absolute Zeros in the extra deck. I'm an idiot. This complicates things quite a bit. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna summon out the Alias. I'm gonna set the Gemini Spark and pass the turn, because now we have options. We can drop Honest, or we can Gemini Spark if we need to. So we still know a Miracle Fusion in hand. This might actually be... I can't believe I forgot to put Absolute Zeros in the extra deck. It's kind of the main point. They're going to attack. Let's... We'll activate the Gemini Spark, tribute this, and pop a Dupe Frog here. Because we can attack over... Yeah, okay. We can attack over a dupe if we need to. Ooh, another Miracle Fusion's quite nice. See if they do. They do redeclare. Well, we don't have a Gauze to drop on them, which is unfortunate. What am I talking about? Another Miracle Fusion isn't nice. Because I can't use it. Okay, so... I have to attack this, right? Yeah. Let's try and get a Golgar out here. Special out this Hypno. And we'll ask if that's all good. Alright, sweet. We will synchro these off. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's always Golgar, right? There's not much point in getting Catasta here. We'll go to battle, and I'll attempt to attack over this dupe. They do get a search, but like, I don't really know what they search at this point. Another swap, maybe? Thinking about it. 2 swaps engraved, so there is another swap. Or they might only be paying 2 swaps, which is possible. Are they going to Mirror Force this? Okay. Well, yeah, we're kind of a bit awkward now. So I'm just going to set 2. And we'll pass. If they Miracle Fusion into a Absolute Zero, we do lose, but they aren't potentially going to. They're just summon out a Treeborn. Okay. We'll do 2400. And they pass the turn. Alright, Future Fusion. Would be good if I had Absolute Zero in the deck. We'll just normal summon Alien Kid. Can't kill the Dupe Frog, so we'll pass the turn. And Honest the Caius, I guess? This is so scuffed. This would actually be really nice. This deck's doing pretty well. Yeah, we'll dump the Honest. If I put... I can't believe I did that. Because like if we had 2 Absolute Zeros right now, or like an Absolute Zero and then make another one and wipe the board. They're summoning out a Riser. Yes, no negates. That's going to the top of the deck. I wonder what we're going to draw. Okay. I think in the interest of time, let's just admit defeat on that one. And now let's definitely side out the Miracle Fusions. And the Future Fusion. Maybe 1 equal as well, because we just don't need it. We will bring in the Thunder Kings, bring in the Noblemans are kind of good here, like against set frogs. We could bring in the Prohibitions as well. If the other knock's that good, they can hit set Treeborn. We'll bring 1 in. Is that all we want to take out? Yeah, probably. Alright, let's try that. And just completely side out our fusion package. We will start this one. See if we can try and bring this back. Okay, so we draw Gravity Bind, Decree, Gemini Spark, Alien Hypno, Mirror Force, Rota. It's not bad. I'm going to fire off this Rota. And we'll just go Stratos into Alias. And I don't really feel like I need to follow that up with anything, so I'm just going to pass the turn. There's a option where we set the Decree, perhaps, just in case they set like a Regeki break or something, but they go for Future Fusion. That's fine. Now they will have names to dump for Absolute Zero. So we kind of need to hold our Mirror Force for the Absolute Zero now. We do have the option of Gemini sparking the Future Fusion, potentially. Oh, they're just going to straight away go into Miracle Fusion. Alright. Well, we'll get him out early. Alright. That's something. Okay, we will be taking 700. over the Stratos. And they're passing the turn. Alien Ammonite. I think we just summon Hypno, right? Summon Hypno, set the Gemini Spark. Set the Mirror Force, because we can spark this and then Mirror Force the Absolute Zero. And pass the turn. Yeah. We'll go start of battle. I'm going to Gemini Spark and we will kill the... Actually, we'll just kill the Absolute Zero because we can Golgar the Future Fusion. Yeah, even better. So I should have actually set the decree. 1 for 1, sure. Pitching Gauze. Yep, that's all fine. Down comes Ocean. Yes, that is all good. We can't Mirror Force any of these cards. Treeborn Frog into Swap Frog. Yeah, dump sub. So I'm guessing they're just going to go Duplock here. Yeah. And pass. Okay. Hero Blast, pretty good. We'll go Standby Main. We could just set the Torrential, right? Break the Duplock and take out the Absolute Zero. I don't hate it, honestly. We set the Torrential. Set the Decree on the safe side. Pass the turn. Yep, and I'm just going to flip the Torrential there. I believe the Dupe Frog's missed timing because Absolute Zero's effect technically activates since it's mandatory. Big ol' pass. Okay. We have Standby Main. We draw into an E. Alright. No Gauze. I'll throw off this E. Go grab another alias just to thin out a little more. And we will just summon out the alias, I think. Just try and attack in. It might be Fader that they have, but we'll see if they take it. They do. Main 2, do I want to set any more? They have Heavy Storm. Nah, we'll just pass here. If they have Heavy Storm, I don't want to give them too much more than a +1. Treeborn's coming down. Yep. I'm guessing they've got a Tribute Summonable monster. Brian control? Sure. Oh, they're just going to attack in for 19. Yeah, I'm not going to Mirror Force that. Caius targeting the Decree, sure. It's kind of the better one, if I'm completely honest. We'll go Standby Main. Do we bring out this Ammonite now? We'll fire off this Gold Sark. Probably going to get another Ammonite. Could go for Gemini Spark. But Ammonite over Caius seems pretty good. Does lose to another Tribute Summon monster though. But yeah, we'll go Ammonite. Summon this one out and declare it. Special summon Hypno. Then we will synchro them off for a Golgar. And then go to battle and attack over the Caius. I wonder if I should have sided out the Hero Blast, because it's just not as good. In phase 2, I'm just going to set the Gravity Bind. I'll set the Hero Blast as well, screw it, because we have another Ammonite on the way. Tributing for Caius and banishing the Golgar straight away is fine. The question here is, do I want to Gravity Bind this or just Mirror Force it? I'll just Gravity Bind for now, because I kind of want to keep the Mirror Force. 1 or 2 on Psych, we'll go to main. Is there a world where I set this decree? Nah, we can just chill behind this Gravity Bind for a bit, I think. If they want to tribute their Caius off for something else, like a Riser to bounce the Gravity Bind, then they can do that. It's another Caius, sweet. And now I get value out of the Mirror Force, which we've held since turn 1 there. Get rid of both those Caiuses. And they just pass. Okay. Fiendish Chain's really good. We'll add this Ammonite to hand. That's all 3 Caiuses, right? Yes. Main phase. We'll just summon out the Alias, I think. Go and get in for 19 because we know that Gauze is gone. Main 2, I'll set the Fiendish and pass the turn. They're going to get a Treeborn, but Fiendish is pretty good against Monarchs. They go to main. Do they have another Tribute Summon monster is the question. Because we could Hero Blast. Oh, they have their own Alias. Has to have less attack. And we can't Fiendish Chain that either. Sure. So they will crash. That's fine. I'll Hero Blast here. Grab that back. And start the turn. Another Alien Ammonite's really good. So we just summon out the Alias. Yeah, we'll just summon out the Alias. We'll see if this goes through. Mirror Force, sure. Main 2, I'll set the Decree and pass the turn. I think the only thing that really would be decimating here is a Mirror Force. They set 1. I will end phase Decree. And Decree against this deck isn't the best, but... Okay. We draw a Nobleman, which is not really doing much for us right now. Got a little bit of lag here. I think now is Ammonite time. I think it is. We can pop the back row. And declare and go grab the Hypno. We could actually attack here. Not if we want to get rid of the back row. So we'll just synchro off for a Golgar. Activate Fiendish Chain targeting the Treeborn Frog. And then declare Golgar. Putting these 2 in hand for 2 counters. And then declare Golgar, remove 2 counters to pop the back row. It is a Reigeki break. Sure. That's about the only punish. But we have another Ammonite, so we can just do the same thing next turn. Alright, we'll pass the turn. There is an argument that we should have just attacked with the Ammonite and the Hypno. Which maybe we just do that this turn. Ooh, another Hypno. Stand by main. I might actually just summon out the Hypno here. And go to battle, because depending on what that set is, they've now turned their Treeborns off. So we'll see what they can do here. Nothing. Ooh, Kid is exactly game if this goes through. So we'll go to battle and see if we can get in there. They have to have exactly Book of Moon. Alright, we take it. Okay. Do we want to leave the decrees in, I guess, is the question. Maybe we swap out the decrees for Cyber Dragons? We probably don't want the Dust Chute going first. Probably the Starlight Road as well. Hero Blast's also not great, because it's not big enough to kill the Monarchs. So we could swap out for maybe some Smashing Grounds and another Knock. DD Warrior Lady is kinda good versus Treeborn. Maybe that's slightly better than Thunder Kings. Yeah, alright, let's try that and see how we go. I think, like, they do a little bit of searching, but it's not heaps, and they don't really synchro, so we're not really getting the Thunder King negate off. So, we open Judgment, Swords... Wait, I thought I took Judgment out. Oh no, I took Starlight Road out. Judgment, Swords, Ammonite, Smashing, Honest. They go to main phase, they throw down a Rota. Go and grab Stratos, and then Stratos will probably grab Alias, I would imagine. We haven't seen Malicious out of them, so they might not be playing it. It might just be the evil heroes instead, being Prodigy and Malicious Edge. This tells me that they have a Tribute Summon monster in hand. Pitching Treeborn to special swap. Swap is going to go ahead and dump, I'm guessing, a sub, or maybe it's just another Treeborn at this juncture. It is just another Treeborn. Swap effect, bounce back the Stratos, and set 1, 2, and pass. Okay. We draw into a Nobleman. Not ideal, unfortunately. I don't really want to do much here. I think we just play out the swords and set the Judgment. There's a possibility that I would Judgment a Tribute Summon monster. MST, the swords, okay. They want to be getting some attacks in. And Reigeki Break. Okay, 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 okay. So we now know just a Stratos in hand. Well, actually no, we don't. We know Stratos. Sorry, the only card we know is Stratos. There we go. That's a better way of saying it. Down comes Stratos. This is going to go and grab them something. An Alias now, perhaps? Yeah. So we know Alias and 2 unknowns in hand. Down comes Miracle Fusion for a very large Absolute Zero, which we can smash in ground at least. Okay, it's not so large. They didn't want to banish their Treeborn. So it's 3k. This is going to hurt. We take 18, and we take 3k. No back row, so they just pass it over. Alien Kid is really good for us. Standby main. We will throw off the Smashing Ground, which takes care of the Absolute Zero. Then do we just summon out Kid? This is till the end of the turn, right? Yeah. Or do we just set the Honest? Like, the Honest walls Stratos and Alias. The kid comes out, it just kills Treeborn. And they get it back. But it does mean we can actually live. So yeah, maybe we do. Kill the Treeborn here. Main 2. I'll set the knock as a bluff and pass the turn. Treeborn's going to come out. They're just going to go straight to battle. I might actually let this for 200. I will let that die because we can Honest the Golgar. Torrential's a nice backup. This is just a knock. We just have a kid engraved. They have Treeborn. Yeah, we can attack over. Alright, we'll summon out the Ammonite and declare. Go and grab kid. Just check that's all good. Make sure there's no like DD Crows. Okay. We will synchro for... I think we do just go Golgar. Just because it's biggest. Like, we could go Stratos, but I don't think it's really doing much for us. We'll just attack over the Stratos for 800. And that does not declare an effect, it just dies. Main 2... I will set the TT in case of another Miracle Fusion, because we do just get really blown out. We'll pass the turn. So we know Alias in hand. There's another Miracle Fusion. That is fine. I'm gonna let that come out. Yep, 400. Because I kind of wanted to be greedy and hit the Alias. But they didn't summon it, so that's unfortunate. Alright, let's see what we got deck. Fiendish Chain is really good. We can Fiendish Chain this until they want to summon something else. Cool. I'm good with that. As long as they don't draw Heavy Storm. If they draw Heavy Storm, they're just better than us. To be honest, I'm kind of amazed we got this far. I feel like perhaps that game 1 we could have won if we had some fusions in our deck, but we'll Fiendish Chain the Absolute Zero, and they're just going to pass. Alias. I'm just going to pass. Don't need to be summoning out Alias just yet. We'll see what they've got for us here. If they summon out anything else, I will just rip off a TT. Yeah. I will torrentially tribute that. It's just too juicy not to. Alright, they pass it over. Gold Sark is quite nice. That will be an Ammonite for us, if I've ever seen one, if we live that long. Let's go Banish Ammonite and normal summon Alias. Gauze is still in play, but we'll just try and get in some damage. We have this Honest. Gauze does come down, and we'll pass the turn. They didn't even set any monsters there for us to knock behind their Absolute Zero. It's so rude. Well, Alias may keep us alive. Well, Honest really may keep us alive for this turn. Ah, they attack with that one. That's quite nice. We killed the bigger one. We like that. They didn't just want to crash with the token. Ooh, they set a monster for our knock. Smashing Ground. Okay. Well, we'll knock this. It's a dupe. Cool. Do we just smash the token and attack over the Treeborn? Is that, like, crazy? We're going all out here. We're going all out. Because if this is, like, not a chainable, then they don't get Treeborn back. And it doesn't look like it is. Or they're thinking. That's the thing, right? If it's a Reigeki break, yeah, they kind of have to use it now. Oh, and they discard a crow, so they did side in the crows. They get their Treeborn. Tribute for Vanity's Fiend. Oh no! Alright, that might seal the deal for us. Or not. Or not. The DD Warrior Lady coming in clutch. Alright. We just need to pray that they kill it with that. They don't get Treeborn back. It is the Warrior Lady. Get him out of here. Cyber Dragon. Well, there's no gauze, so we're going for it. Oh, they have a crow? Target. Well, it's always going to be the kid, right? Like, yeah, you can crow it. Sure. That's fine. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get in for 5, but, literally anything. A strong gust of wind kills us here. So I don't think we'll be surviving. Yeah. Another Vanity's Fiend. Alright, they got it. That was closer than I expected that to be. I'm gonna go put some absolute zeros in the extra and then we'll get another. Alright, that was a pretty fun match. We have absolute zeros in the side deck now, so let's see if we can do something with this match. So we are going first. And we open Hypno, Dust Shoot, Miracle Fusion, Alias, Emergency Call, Gemini Spark. That's a pretty nice hand, honestly. So we'll go Standby Main. I'm going to throw off this E. Why not? We'll go grab a Stratos. And declare it. And we'll grab an Alias. And I think that's all we need to do. We'll set the Dust Shoot, of course. And pass the turn, and then we will activate this in their standby phase. Okay, trade in, skill drain, upstart, oppression, nightmare, archfiends. Tribute all monsters, special summon 3 to your opponent's field. Remove brainwashing. Okay. Trade in. Skill drain. Oppression. Nightmare. Archfiends. And remove brainwashing. So, like, these are all dead right now, right? Upstart. Alright, cool. Well, we whiffed on the Dust Shoot. That would have been really nice to hit something there, especially if it was like a level 8 or something that just made their whole hand dead. I'm just going to have to hope that they don't draw into anything. We kind of don't care about... I'm guessing that's an oppression. Alright, we'll go Standby Main. I'm going to summon out the Hypno, just because it turns Miracle Fusion online. And then I'm gonna activate Future Fusion so that I can chain Gemini Spark to Oppression. Which they're not going to Oppression it. So we'll reveal Absolute Zero. And we'll dump Ocean and another Hypno. And we'll go to battle and see what we can do here. This person is 175 rating, so they're a bit higher than us. Main 2, we will set the Gemini Spark and pass the turn. They set 2, 3. They summon out Volcanic Queen over Stratos. Okay. You need to give it to me. Yep. Send one other card to the graveyard, inflict 1000 damage. Once per turn during your phase, tribute one other monster or take 1000 damage. It's during your end phase? Yeah, okay. What is this deck? Is it like weird burn? So we know 3 of the back row are probably Skill Drain, Oppression, Remove Brainwashing. Oh, in fact, all 4 probably is Nightmare Archfiends as well. If they chain... Well, if they... If they activate Remove Brainwashing here... Do I just Gemini Spark the Volcanic Queen? Because then they can't tribute it for Nightmare Archfiends. And then remove Brainwashing those all back. Well, we'll see what they do. Yeah, I'll just give them the thumbs up here because they're kind of taking a while. Taking their sweet time. The first match went quite a while, so we'll probably just do the 2 matches today. Unfortunately, yeah, I kind of bungled the extra deck with that one, but it was still a pretty close match, to be honest. They say my bad. Okay. They're just passing it over. Alright, well, let's draw for turn. Another Gemini Spark is nice. We will... put a counter on the Future Fusion and go to main phase. Unfortunately, we can't Miracle Fusion that away, and we don't have a tuner just yet. So we'll just normal summon out Alias, because they know about it. And we will try and go to battle. So I'm just going to attack with the Hypno first. I'm guessing they're going to activate Remove Brainwashing. That's continuous. I will tribute the Hypno and pop that. And we draw one. Another Gemini Spark. Okay. We'll attack directly with Alias. See if this goes through. And attack directly with Volcanic Queen. Magic Cylinder. Sure. And we'll be taking another 1000. Main 2, so that tells me perhaps Nightmare Archfiends are still in hand. And we know Skill Drain Oppression here. I'll set a Gemini Spark and pass the turn. Not really, like, we could have Miracle Fusion there, I suppose, but it wouldn't have been game, so... Well, actually it would have. Trade-in. Pitching a Lava Golem. Upstart. Okay, so this is some kind of weird burn. Which means we just have to kill them really quick. Or not. Okay. So Decree definitely very good here. What else do we want? instead. Like, Prohibition, probably not bad. Is just generic removal okay? Probably don't want the Starlight Road. We'll be going second, so maybe we'll drop the Dust Chute. Maybe we bring in the Cyber Dragons just for a bit more aggression. Problem is we don't really want to be leaving 2 monsters on the field. What else do we want to take out is the question. Probably Hero Blast's not doing a whole bunch. Gravity Bind doesn't really need to be in here. We might even be able to drop the Fiendish Chains. Yeah, okay. We'll try that. Maybe the Cyber Dragons aren't the right call, but we will see. I'm guessing we're going to be going second here. Let's see. Very interesting deck. We saw Lava Golems, we saw Volcanic Queens, so we got to be careful about summoning 2 or more monsters. We open Mirror Force, Sword, Solemn, Alien Kid, Rota. Pretty good, honestly. Pretty nice hand. Down comes Beast King Barbaros with 2 sets. Alright. We draw into Gemini Spark, which is really nice. We go Standby, which doesn't look like there's any Dust Chute in our future, so we'll go to main. Yeah, I'm just going to throw down this Rota. See if that's all Gucci. We'll go and grab the boy. Special him out and declare. And grab Alias here. Then set Mirror Force. Set Solemn. Pass. I feel like it's just good to have the Solemn down. I don't think they're going to Heavy Storm, but I want a Solemn like a big play. Would I Mirror Force the Barbaros? Maybe, because I feel like there's not a whole heap else to use it on. But we didn't really see much else, to be fair. Beast King Barbaros, of course, a level 8. Grinder Golem. Special summon to your opponent's side of the field. If you special summon this monster, you cannot normal summon. Okay. We will attempt to Mirror Force, clear out all the tokens. Alright, so we get a Grinder Golem. I'm guessing there's going to be a remove Brainwashing in our future. There it is. Do I want to Solemn it? If we Solemn it, we have 48, 58, 67 damage on board. Yeah, I'll Solemn it. 45. Standby phase. Main phase 1. What am I scared of now with this Prohibition, really? It's a good question. Well, we'll normal summon Alias, I guess. Magic Cylinder could be painful if they do it on the Grinder Golem. But I'm gonna call Lava Golem, I think. Just in case that's a Lava Golem in hand. And we'll go battle, and let's see if these attacks go through, or if we eat the biggest Mirror Force of our lives. Okay, we get Stratos through. We get Alias through. Screw it, let's try it. I believe there's a Magic Cylinder. Yeah, okay. Sure. Main 2. We'll set the Gemini Spark. We might as well activate the swords and pass the turn. If they draw another remove Brainwashing, we can Gemini Spark it. but we draw honest. We go standby main. I mean, Magic Cylinder's limited. Let's go to battle. We'll attack with the Stratos. See what they do. Yo, we get it! Okay. We go up by 16, so we go to 153. And I think we're going to end it on a win, which is a long time since we've done that. Honestly, I'm kind of fucking with this deck, I'm not going to lie. We're still playing 9 main deck alien monsters. Plus the 3 Golgars in the extra deck. It's still technically alien, right? Right? It's... Because what were we playing before? We were playing 3 Ammonites, 3 Warriors, 3 Shock Troopers, 3 Kids. So it goes from 12. So we're only playing 3 less than we were. And honestly, I'm kind of liking it. Obviously, this match was a bit of a weird one. I'm curious what these sets were. Should we quickly go back into the replay? Alright, so we are here. This is game 2. So they have Oppression, Cylinder, Barbaros, Fiendish Chain, Lava Golem, Grinder Golem. Oh, so it was a Lava Golem in hand? Holy. So they summon up Barbaros, they set the Fiendish Chain and the Oppression. So they have Fiendish Chain down. They had Fiendish Chain down that whole time? I guess we just could always Gemini Spark around it, right? So they upstart. So that was their draw for turn, and they upstart into the remove Brainwashing. Okay, summon out the Grinder Golem. Yeah, that was a very clutch Solemn. So then they set Magic Cylinder, so they got Fiendish Chain, Royal Oppression, remove Brainwashing. So we hit them with the Mirror Force. Remove Brainwashing, then we Solemn. And we call Prohibition on their only card in hand, the Lava Golem. Oh, that is beautiful. Prohibition, declare Lava Golem. I hope he goes to bed tonight and has nightmares about calling Lava Golem with the Prohibition. So it was Fiendish Chain and Oppression. So yeah, I mean, they could have kept their life going a little bit longer. Like if they Fiendish Chain here, they have to Fiendish Chain the Stratos because they can't Fiendish Chain the Alias, and obviously they want to get the Magic Cylinder on the Grinder Golem. So then this turn, what did they draw? They drew, so it was Nightmare Archfiends here without a monster, and they can't summon out this. So they set the Nightmare Archfiends, we go straight to battle. So if they had Fiendish Chained... they would have to Fiendish Chain the Grinder Golem, right? Because if they Fiendish Chain the Stratos, we just Gemini Spark it and it's still game. Whereas if they Fiendish Chain the Grinder Golem... Oh no, it's still game either way, right? Because it's always going to be 4,800, regardless of which one of those... Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it was definitely game. Alright, well, we don't often go into the replays, but there we go. That was a pretty fun episode, honestly. I'm really liking this build, now that we have Absolute Zeros in it. I don't actually think we even summoned an Absolute Zero that whole episode, but anywho. I'm going to keep this deck and play it in the next one. If there's any tweaks that you think we should make to this build, let me know, but I'm kind of liking it, to be honest. But to make sure that you don't miss out, hit that subscribe button so that you see the next episode and also upcoming videos of other fun and frivolity, and I will see you in the next one. A huge thank you to our channel member Riv. Thank you very much for the awesome support. If you want to be like Riv and support the channel in the most incredible way possible, hit that join button below.